Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Talking Reds channel. My name is Jake, and I'm today's host. The most recent news of all, obviously, is we've just lost the Community Shield final to Crystal Palace. Now, are we going to lose sleep over it? Realistically, no, we're not going to lose sleep over it. No one wants to go into a game to lose, but that's what happens in football. It's just one of them. So, congratulations to Crystal Palace, first and foremost. Quick round of applause for you lot. There we go. Yeah, a bit of a weird game. Always hard to lose on penalties, but if we're being totally honest, Crystal Palace probably actually deserved to win that game. If you look at it, so obviously football's played in two halves, isn't it? You've got the first half and second half. Shock. First half, Liverpool were miles better than Crystal Palace. We could have easily been, I don't know, 4-0 up in that game. Could have easily put that game to bed, but we didn't. What was it, half time? Is it 2-1? 1-1? That's really bad for me. I should have known that. But anyway, first half, we were much better. Second half, we got complacent. We started to get sloppy. I don't want to blame Slot, but I don't think them subs helped in the second half. Obviously, you've got to get fresh legs on. You've got to get the squad rotating. You know, we start the league next season, but I just don't think them subs really worked. I'd have kept Ekitike on personally. I think Ekitike was playing really well, but he came off. There's nothing we can do now. The game is finished. Just swipe that off there. I'm not quite sure how to see the chat. If anyone is in the chat, welcome. Wait. Hello? Is that okay? Yeah, I think so. Sorry, guys, just some technical issues. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. Apologies for any of that. So yeah, personally, I wouldn't have took XTK off. I thought he was playing really well. But it's one of them. He has come off. Also, quick little side note, guys. How nice is the new Adidas stuff, by the way? A bit off topic, but really, really nice. Much better than Nike. Anyway, let's get into the game. The game's only been over about half an hour, and the amount of Salah hate I've seen is absolutely ridiculous. Like, get off the guy's back. It's Community Shield game. You know, he's as soon as this guy has one or two bad games, the whole world is just on his back. It just shows people really do love Salah. So yeah, as I said, first and second half, you know, two completely different games for me. You've got, you know, we looked on it. You know, we didn't look tired. We shouldn't look tired anyway. We were pressing, good passing, moving really well. And the second half come, we were just miles off it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened at half time. I don't know what the team talk was, but we come out a completely different team. So it's just one of them. But you know, what an unbelievable game it was. Let's not get it twisted. So start of the game, 20 minutes in, we had 3 goals. Yeah, 3 goals. And both sides are, you know, I thought they'd be consuming their energy for the Premier League that starts next week, but you know, obviously we are both up for it, and it was. It was a brilliant game in the first half. FTK playing really well, looks ace on the ball. I think that is a massive upgrade from Darwin Núñez. Don't want no Núñez hate around here, but if we're gonna look at that from a lot of people were a bit skeptical about XTK coming in. Me myself personally, I was like, oh, so I don't know about this guy, but came in. He's been really, really good so far. Looked all right in pre-season as well. Núñez has now gone to Al Hilal, which is, you know, which is unfortunate, but it's just one of them. I think we always knew coming into the season that Núñez was going to be leaving, but we're not going to get into transfers today. Florian Wirtz, first half, I think he was absolutely amazing. I've actually got stats here for what he did in the first half. So we've got 33 out of 36 completed passes, 1 assist, 3 key passes, and 6 passes into the final third. Florian Wirtz is he's amazing. The guy is such a Rolls Royce. Hi to, what's your name there? Louis Degoat. Hi, how you doing, mate? I hope you are okay. Yeah, Florian Wirtz played really well, I thought. Second half was a bit quiet, but I thought the whole squad had a really quiet second half. The Van Dijk penalty incident, I'm going to get into that now. I thought it was a bit soft, if we're being totally honest. I thought it was a bit soft. From first viewing, it kind of looked like him and, was it Sarr? Both gone with the same foot to get the ball. So, is that a 50-50? So, I don't really know about that one. But I'm confused at what VAR is actually for, because contact in the box isn't always a foul. So, I think that's really harsh what they give. Sarr was throwing himself to the floor before the touch. Yeah, Damon, I don't know I don't know how to change it either. Cause I was wondering the same thing. Maybe if I try my phone's landscape, what if I put it upwards? No, see, it's still the same way. No, I haven't set it to mobile. Sorry, guys, just some technical issues here, but we're still rolling. So yeah, the Van Dijk penalty incident. Sarr was throwing himself to the ground, before there was even any real contact. I thought so. Don't know how VAR didn't say that. Banana Man, hello, welcome everybody. If you are new to the stream, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Let's get the chat going on the road to 1.5 thousand subscribers, and we'd love you all to be along for the journey. Yeah, so personally, I think it could have been even done for Cardin, in my opinion, because it seems he sort of threw himself to the ground. But it's one of them, isn't it? Football moves on. The defence, yeah, I think we looked quite bad defensively, if I'm being honest. Canate sat down for a bit. I think myself and all Liverpool fans were a bit scared because we've got no real cover in the centre-back roles. We've got Joe Gomez, but do you want to really be going into a season with just Joe Gomez as your backup centre-back? Me personally, I don't. I'm sure a lot of you will agree as well. I think we desperately need a centre-back like Mark Guay here. I think we need to push for that even more so now, Defence looked okay. It wasn't awful, it looked okay. I thought the fullbacks got exposed quite easily because of how high they were playing, and obviously we're missing Grafenberch, which didn't help at all, but obviously that's just personal issues outside of football, because his partner's pregnant, so he had to be at home with his partner. Make sure you are talking in the chat, guys. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on the game that has just happened. Yeah, so much space on the left-hand side. I don't think Kirkes played that well today. Me personally, I think he looked a bit poor, got out of position quite a few times as well, which, it's one of them. I don't want to read too much into it because it's a Community Shield game, we've got next week, we've got all week in training to work on the games up until the Bournemouth game. What else have we got here? Yeah, Cody Gakpo. Don't think he played too good today either. Seems to be dropping a lot deeper. Obviously, tactical. Haven't got Grafenberch. Had to help cover the midfield as well. And then when he went up front, I said it for a while. I don't think Gakpo is a striker. I think Gakpo's best position is just left wing. Leave him alone up left wing. Just let him do his thing. I don't think he works dropping deep either. So yeah, no Grafenberch playing. Jones and Szoboszlai did start in the midfield, which, it's very attacking. Starting them too. I think Jones can be a deep line midfielder. No doubt about it. But I think Jones would also need a defensive player next to him, like a Grafenberch. So yeah, it's one of them. Like I said, Community Shield. Are we going to lose sleep over it? No, but no one goes into a football game wanting to lose, do they? Yeah, I don't know why. I'm ever so sorry that the stream is like this, guys. I don't know why. Yeah, I haven't changed any of the settings, I don't think. There we go. Sure. Yeah, we're going to just keep going with it because there is some people watching, so I really appreciate you all watching. But yeah, I thought defensively we did look poor. Would love us to bring in a number 6 and a centre-back because, you need that cover. Grafenberch wasn't playing today. We've got Endo, but Endo just isn't at the level he used to be, I don't think. He's dropped off quite a bit now. Endo is the kind of player comes on, does the dirty work, and helps you see a game out. I don't think Endo would ever start for us at the minute. Yeah, striker as well, Isak. Let's talk about Isak. Do we still want Isak? Of course. I think any club would be lying to themselves if they said they didn't want Alexander Isak. We have got Ekitike, yes, who looked absolutely amazing today, don't get me wrong. But you also do need a plan B. You can't go into a season just with one striker, Ekitike, because you are going to get games where, he's having an off. Ow, just bloody bit my cheek. You are going to get games where he's having an off day and the defence have got his number. He can't do nothing. Always nice to have that plan B. Mo Salah, I agree, looked very, very poor today, but, get off the guy's back. He's one of the best players in the world. Comment in here from Salish, is that it? Is that Salish? It's come on scheme. VVD defensive poor pace gone. I think VVD was very poor today. Yeah, I do agree with you that. I think it's just one of them though. It's one of our first competitive games of the season. We're all getting back into the swing of things. I think in pre-season he looked okay as well. I just do think we need to sharpen ourselves up ready for next week against Bournemouth because, don't get it wrong, Bournemouth have lost a couple of players as well, but they're no pushovers either. I need to try and sort out this. I'm so confused there. Ever so sorry about this, guys. Just the camera. It is on landscape, that's what I'm very confused. Video. No, right. We'll have to leave it as that because I don't want to turn the stream off. Apologies for the shaky stream at the start. So yeah, when Grafenberg isn't playing, look how poor we look today. I think we desperately need a defensive midfielder. Who that would be, I don't even know. People are saying Adam Wharton, don't really want him. Who else is out there, guys? Let me know in the chat who you'd like to see us sign as a defensive midfielder. I'm not really sure who's out there that's realistic we could get. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough position, isn't it? Ideal world, someone like Declan Rice, but... Another comment here from Salish. Elliot impresses me every time he comes on from sub. I said this before, mate, in a couple of streams ago. I think Elliot is too good to lose. Yes, he's not good enough to start, but I think Elliot is such a key player for the squad, and he's someone that's always gonna get you a goal, get you an assist. I mean, I'm not going to talk about his penalty just yet, but get onto that momentarily. But Elliot he's too good to be on the bench, but he's not good enough to start. If you know what I mean. So finding his position in the squad is difficult. If he's happy to be a squad player and get the odd start in the Champions League games and the less important games, then by all means stay, pick up your paycheck each week. I'm really trying to sort out this bloody thing, but yeah, sorry. So the penalties. Penalty shootout is just like a lottery though, isn't it? Realistically, you're gonna either win or lose. That's how a penalty shootout works. Some people throwing some shade at Alisson. Obviously, in recent years, we have been used to having Kelleher in goal for penalty shootouts, and we all know Kelleher saving penalties, magnificent. Yeah, a bit of a weird one with Alisson today. He saved one. His foot wasn't on the line, so I feel for Crystal Palace fans. They lost that. I don't know how that one wasn't retaken, but it's one of them. He seemed to be diving late. I've been a goalie myself, and he seemed to have been watching the player take it, then trying to dive, which it's a brave thing to do. If you've got the reflexes and the agility to do that, then you can do that. But I don't think Alisson. Like I say, I don't want to throw shade at Alisson, man. Penalty shootouts are hard enough, It's one of them. It's one of them. The Mo Salah penalty, absolutely awful. I did have a weird feeling he was going to miss though. He stepped up. I just don't know. Something didn't look right, and then you needed McAllister to step up and bury one. He stepped up. Another awful penalty. But I do think Harvey Elliott's penalty was the worst of them all, to be perfectly honest, because I don't know. Harvey Elliott, I think he tried to be nonchalant about it and sort of roll it down the middle, but his whole body position, the way he was standing, it was just completely off, to be honest. So didn't really rate Elliott's penalty. But as I've said, guys, a penalty shootout, it's such a lottery. Fair play to Crystal Palace, that is their big day out at Wembley. They've won it, so congratulations to them. They thoroughly deserved it. Much better team than us, especially in the second half. So fair play to Crystal Palace, man. What are we saying here in the chat? I don't know why it's like this. No, I don't know why it's like this. I'm ever so sorry. What does this chat say from Staying? Looking like Salah Ballon d'Or gone after this missed. I mean, it was a pretty poor performance from Salah. Ballon d'Or shouts. Listen, I don't think he was ever going to win a Ballon d'Or anyway. I think that's always a popularity contest. It's probably going to go to Ousmane Dembele because he's the more sexy player to look at on the ball, whereas Salah still gets criticism to this day that he's a bit clunky on the ball and he doesn't. But You know, Ballon d'Or, I'm not too bothered. Salah knows his ability. Everyone in Liverpool knows his ability. We all know he's boss. So I'm not too worried about no Ballon d'Or shouts, to be honest. But the Crystal Palace game, it was a very weird game. Looking at that starting 11, I would have said that could be our strongest 11 so far, to be perfectly honest. So we lined up with a 4-2-3-1. Obviously, Alisson in goal, back four, Kirkes, Konate, and Van Dijk. Goalie, I'm really happy with. Jones and Szoboszlai. I know they're not going to be our main midfielders this year. Don't get me wrong. I'm not too fussed about that. But Jones and Szoboszlai together, I don't think work today. I think if you're going to play Jones, you more of a defensive player, but vice versa with Szoboszlai, man. I mean, Jones is that kind of guy who's going to be the box to box, going to do the dirty work for you. But I do think we just need a number 6 just to sit in front of that back four, just protect it like a wall. Jones isn't that player, and Szoboszlai is not that player either. I do think Szoboszlai, though, played really, really well in that position. It's a tough one. I do feel for Slot because looking at that, Jones and Szoboszlai, you've got McAllister that can play that position as well. Would you rather play Szoboszlai or McAllister? Let me know in the chat, guys. Szoboszlai or McAllister. Me personally, I actually really rate McAllister a lot more. I don't think he played great today. That handball incident and the penalty, just, yeah, back of my mind. We don't want to think about that. So, if I'm looking at that, I'd like to see probably Grafenberch and McAllister, man. If you can fit Szoboszlai in there anyway, then I'd love to. But looking at that squad now, obviously, this is what I can see, guys. I'm looking at the starting lineup here. And then, obviously, the front four of Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, and Ekitike. And that front four, amazing. You can't touch that front four. Just unbelievable. I'd love us to sign another striker, and we need a striker, a number 6, and a centre-back. But we've been crying out for a centre-back for a while now, haven't we? I think Isaac watching the game, Ekitike, good finishing, love it. I mean, Isaac would have been watching it 100%, mate. Yeah, Ekitike, really, really pleased with Ekitike. As I said before, man, when Ekitike came in, I did a video on my TikTok, guys. TikTok, same as my name, just Jake Stewart. Did a video when he came, and I wasn't too keen on him, you know. Didn't look that good at PSG, looked okay at Frankfurt, and I thought, 70-odd million pounds here. I was like, we're making a mistake. But the club's not daft. We do know what we're doing. So I think he'll come good, man. He played really well today. I think he'll come good. Comment in here from oh my God. Had a comment in from Stuart saying Liverpool isn't ready for this season. I mean, to be fair, mate, it's a one-off game. I think, we look poor. I'll give you that. But saying we're not ready for the season, I think we'll be fine. It's going to be a tough season. Comment in there from Jennifer Ball. The Charity Shield is one cup you just want to play for. Hopefully, we can lose it next year. Like I said, we've got bigger fish to fry. We're looking at the Champions League. We're looking at the Premier League. The Community Shield is just a one-off game. There's no semi-final, whatever. It is just a one-off game. And Palace were the better team today. On another day, we win that game 4-0 on another day. Easy. First half we looked amazing. I am sorry the stream is like this as well, guys. I'm not sure why it's landscape. My phone and everything is portrait. No, other way around. Other way around. So yeah, apologies for the stream looking like this. It's not normally like this. But yeah, make sure you do like and subscribe and stick around because we've got loads of ideas, plenty of content coming up on this channel. Especially with the season starting as well. It's gonna be a taste. We're gonna do watch alongs, match reactions just like this one. And we'd love to get your guys' feedback as well. But yeah, the amount of Salah hate we are seeing, it's harsh, man. Hope penalties never come in the future from Salish. Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty poor on penalties lately, haven't we? I'm not sure why, because when you actually look at the squad as a whole, you've got players there that can strike a ball. Salah, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Van Dijk can strike a ball. Just coming down to that initial pressure, I don't know what's up with the lads. I really don't. You seen the one at PSG as well? It was. I keep biting on my bloody cheek. You seen the one at PSG as well? It looked awful. It really did. But penalties, it's a lottery. It's just a lottery, man. But on another day, we beat Crystal Palace. So, but my match ratings. So, I've got no notes for this. I'm just going to go off the top of my head. Drop me in the comments, guys, your match ratings for each player. Alisson, I'm not gonna include penalties because just forget the penalties. Alisson, I'm gonna go 9. I thought Alisson was really solid today. Carmen had the ball at his feet. Good distribution. 9. Solid from Alisson. Kirkes, I'm going to go 6. I thought Kirkes was okay today. Didn't really wow me. Got caught out quite a few times. Some good crosses into the box. I'm going to go 6. Van Dijk couldn't play the penalty, but I do think it was soft. Konate did okay. Mocked up a couple of times. Won his duels. I'm going to give them both a 7. Florian Wirtz, I mean, really good goal from Wirtz, wasn't it? Was it a cross? Was it a shot? I mean, I'm going to give Frimpong an 8. I thought he looked okay. Really good at attacking, really good at defending. Just got caught out a couple of times. But it's their first couple of games, man. It's a new system for them, new manager. Jones and Szoboszlai, I thought Jones played really well. Tidy in midfield, lots of good passes. I'm going to give Jones an 8. Szoboszlai, a couple of good shots. I'm going to give Szoboszlai an 8 as well. Salah, I'm going to give a 5. I'm not taking the penalty into account. I'm just talking about the 90 minutes. I'm going to give Salah a 5. Don't think Salah played great. Wirtz, first half, could have given him a 9. Second half, went a bit quiet, so I'm going to give him an 8. Gakpo started off okay, but, Gakpo's not a striker. I think that substitute was all wrong from Slot. I'd have kept Ekitike on. So I'm going to have to give Gakpo a 7. And then Ekitike, I'm going to give him an 8. Really good finish. Really good on and off the ball movement. Really good dribbling as well, actually. Something we don't normally see from our strikers at Liverpool. Really good, dribbling. Comment in here from, is it Stalish? I'm saying your name right, mate. It said, do you think Newcastle will sell Isaac this summer? I still think he'll go, yeah. There's a lot of upset around that club, a lot of toxic energy. I don't think Newcastle are going to want to keep him in that dressing room environment, Big season coming up for Newcastle. Don't think he'll go in the summer. How long we got left of the transfer window now? A couple more weeks. Things have kind of gone to a standstill. It could go in January, though. Could definitely go in January. See what else we've got. Yeah, man. Back-to-back defeats for Slot at Wembley. Is Wembley cursed for Slot? What do we think of the chat? Is Wembley cursed for Arne Slot, guys? As a Liverpool fan, I've got to say, the majority of that game was pretty poor. First half was amazing, second half poor. I know it's only the start of the season, but we do need a striker and a centre-back. Another comment here from Salish. How are you doing, mate? It says, what does it say? We hope Mateta and Szoboszlai will play in the first game. No Jones, bring one. 100%, mate. I think players like Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones are much better when you bring them on from the bench. I don't think they're starters. I think Jones, bloody hell. I think Jones is one of them players that holds onto the ball for way too long. So starting him, I just don't think it works. I think it depends on the opposition as well. Grafenberch, solid, run his socks off every game. You know what you're going to get. And McAllister, flair, tricky player. Good at dead balls as well, great at corners, etc. Just trying to get up BBC Sport, guys, and any other sport outlets and just see what the general consensus is, because I think most Liverpool fans, it's one of them. We're sort of like, would have been nice to win, but we're not going to lose sleep over losing it. Arne Slot, on speaking to a BBC 5 Live radio today, he says, we faced a good team. They made it difficult for us last season, as they did today. We were able to create more than we usually do against teams that low, but if you're conceding 2 goals, it's too much, especially if you take penalties like we did. I mean, yeah. Conceding 2 goals to Crystal Palace, no disrespect to Crystal Palace, but it's just not good enough. Just not good enough, I don't think. We're going to be playing the likes of, who's in the Prem, and he said Bayern then. Buying on in the Prem. You know, Man City, Arsenal, Man United. We're going to be playing much tougher teams with better attacks. If we're conceding 2 goals against Palace, that ain't good. Arne Slott's comment on the penalty, guys. He says, if the other team misses 2 out of 5 penalties, you expect to win. We did not. Mo normally scores, Maka normally scores, and Elliott normally scores. I think it's spot on there. You know, we have seen Salah miss a couple of penalties, don't get me wrong, but that penalty then was absolutely awful. Same as McAllister. I mean, it takes me back to the Man City game 2 seasons ago. I think, yeah, Klopp was still in charge. You know, we won that game against Man City. Maka took the penalty, took it really well. You normally rely on him to score a pen. Same with Elliott. He can strike a ball well, but it's a one-off game, isn't it? It's one of them. Arne Slot also had some comments on the transfer window, guys. He said, after 2 years of no change, we brought in a lot of money in, and I think it's a good movement to get new energy in, which I also agree with. I've lost it now. Where are we? We've lost 4 of our starters and 4 players that have played a lot for us. Some wanted to leave, like Trent. Oh, little dig at Trent there. I mean, yeah, it is important, guys. We have lost a lot of key players. You know, Darwin Núñez was gone. Oh yeah, good comment now from Damo. Rio and Gamoa, why did he not come on? We've lost Darwin Núñez. We've lost Luis Diaz. We've lost Trent. You know, they're key players. Comment coming in here from James Hardy. We need Isaac and Guehi. I 100% agree with you, mate. I think Isaac comes in, not as a plan B, of course not, but, you know, Isaac, we know his quality. You know he's going to get goals, assists. He's going to be a nuisance for defenders. And Mark Guehi, I think Mark Guehi played really well today. I think that's a really good advert of him saying, look, I'm here if you want me. Will Crystal Palace let him go, though? That is the question. But, yeah, desperately a striker and desperately a centre-back. But, yeah, good comment there from Damon about Rio and Gamoa. So we've got Liverpool's first 5 games. We've got Bournemouth at home, Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, Burnley away, and Everton at home. So really, they're 5 really tough games, actually. Like, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted, sorry. Bournemouth at home, you expect to win, but Bournemouth ain't no pushovers. They're a really good, solid team. Newcastle away. Now, what colour shirt will Isaac be wearing? That's the question. Will it be black and white or will it be red? That's still the question that's on everyone's lips. Arsenal at home. We know how good Arsenal are. It's going to be a really tough game. Burnley away. Newly promoted Burnley away at Turf Moor. They're not going to make it easy. They're going to play the low ball. They're going to play the high ball. That's not going to be an easy game. And obviously Everton at home, Merseyside derby. They're never easy, are they, guys? Here we go. Another comment here from Salish. It said, Wirtz sometimes holding on to the ball for way too long, giving pass away, losing the ball. I do agree, yeah, he does do that as well. I think that's just midfielders in general, though. It's a very tough position to play. So it is just one of them. But yeah, great penalty there from Crystal Palace to win the game. As I said, any Crystal Palace fans in here, feel free to have a bit of banter. Just no hate, please. I'm not even going to get into what happened before the game because that was awful. Yeah, goals from 2 new signings. First one was a very good goal. Good example how creative we can be. That will only get better. But if you think you want to compete to win the league, one of the main things is not conceding goals. And I think Slot has hit it on the head there. We've been used to the Jurgen Klopp style for a couple of years now of the rock and roll football. We're going to outscore you. Arne Slot's always been a bit more controlled, possession based. You know, we'll score goals, etc. Really good defensively. Sorry, guys. Really good defensively. I don't want us to go back to the Klopp way. I think the Slot way suits us a lot better, and players like Salah and stuff, it suits us a lot better. I don't want to read too much into it. You know, we can just go around in circles. It is what it is. We've lost on penalties. Another game, we win that. We win it in the first half, I believe. We should have buried the game, but it's one of them. We're not going to lose sleep over it. It's one of them. That's all we can say. Make sure you get your comments in, guys. Make sure you are liking and subscribing. Lots more content to come on the channel. But yeah, Isaac and Guehi. That'd be the dream, wouldn't it, really, guys? Would be the dream. So if you actually look at the match stats here, we had 53 59.3% possession. They had 40.7%. So I wouldn't say we controlled the game, but we had the ball quite a lot. Shots, they had 14, we had 12. Pretty even on the shots, really. Touches outside the opposition box, inside the box, 22-21. So, yeah, pretty even there. It was a pretty even game. I think it could have gone either way, I think if we would have won it, we wouldn't have been raving too much about that. So, it's just one of them. We have won, obviously, 4 of our 5 pre-season games. Another comment here from Sailors. Love the commitment, mate. It says, Giovanni Leone, good choice, young, 100%. To be honest, mate, don't know a great deal about him, but I'm sure if the club are interested, we can get that deal done. I'm not going to pretend that. That's the thing, I'm going to be honest about stuff. I'm not going to... I hate it when people go, yeah, he's a great player, If I don't know about it, I'm not going to say anything about him. Who's that other centre-back? Is it Giorgio Scalvani? He'd have been really good, but that's really unlikely. I just don't think we'll get him. So, as I said before, congratulations to Crystal Palace. It's a tough one to take. You never want to go into a game wanting to lose it, but it is what it is. Fair play to Crystal Palace. They played really well. Could have gone either way, man. I do think if Slot would have potentially kept Ekitike on, I think when he made the subs, we become a lot worse. We become a lot worse when he made them subs. I just don't think they're the right subs, to be perfectly honest with you. I just don't think it worked, yeah. So I am going to end the stream there, guys. I really appreciate everyone coming in and talking. Hopefully, next match reaction, it will be a win against Bournemouth. We're going to be live tomorrow, guys. So make sure you all tune in. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing, regardless what team you support, man. This is just a football community. Obviously, we talk about Liverpool. But, it's good to get some opposition fans in to add that, curveball, that the opinions we don't really see or hear about much. We've got a couple of Newcastle fans who've been on our back because we love to talk about a certain Isaac, who, will he be in a black and white shirt? Will he be in a red shirt? I don't know. What do you guys think? Make sure you're all liking, subscribing, and I will catch you